Good evening, everybody. This is Sweat, and I'm bringing you a little more MTAR-21 gameplay. This time some attacking rush gameplay on the map Nose Hair Canals, as everyone seems to call it. And again, this is the engineer kit. This is a carbine, a bullpup carbine, and it is in the engineer kit. So that's what you have to look forward to on this video. As far as yesterday's video with the dice weapons fail question, and basically me just asking if dice kind of missed their mark, or what really their plan was for the weapons in this particular DLC. And I think for the most part everybody can narrow it down if you disagreed with me by most of them saying that dice just wanted to level out the playing field across the board, not really trying to be DLC specific, but just leveling out the weapons. And I understood that, and for the most part everybody, even if you disagreed, was civil, so I really appreciate that, guys. I have no problem if you don't agree with me, just as long as we keep it civil, then that's absolutely fine. So thank you again for the great response on that video, and I just also want to let you know that apparently guys from DICE heard about it, and I'll show you what I mean at the end of this video here. So what I really wanted to discuss today was the MTAR and that incredible 900 rounds per minute that it offers, and exactly what you guys or how I really loaded out. I decided that I was going to go ahead and I was going to max this weapon out. I've maxed out a lot of them already, a lot of the close quarters DLC and these premium DLC unlocks. And basically I did it with a lot of TDM. So a lot of my experience with actual kills is with TDM, but I didn't want to bring you guys TDM gameplay. I know I'll do that occasionally with some of the weapons, just when I'm demonstrating some things with them, but I really would much rather play Rush and try to get a complete gameplay, which is what I was able to do here with this weapon. It was almost a huge grenade fail there. But what I learned is there's a few attachments that you really shouldn't mess with. As far as, if you ask me, I really wouldn't go with the flash suppressor, and that's just me personally. That's one of the attachments that I really didn't have much luck with at all. But one thing that was absolutely deadly was the laser, and a lot of people pointed out in the last video, the last MTAR video, was that this is already a bullpup carbine, and bullpups already get that hip fire bonus. So when you add the laser to it, you're just adding even more of a bonus to it, and it performs wonderfully. I mean, it's one of those things that you can go in a TDM match on Carg Island, and the main maps. This map, actually, the Nose Hair Canals, does an outstanding job. I want y'all to keep in mind, y'all saw that MCOM attacker ribbon. You'll see what I'm talking about there. With the laser pointer, that is, the weapon performed wonderfully. Not necessarily right there, mainly because it fires at such an incredible rate of speed that if you don't put your rounds on target, you're already at a disadvantage. So. Laser pointer, definitely a great addition. The suppressor is a fantastic addition with this weapon if you're going to be in close quarters, and I'll tell you why. Is because this weapon again fires at such an incredibly high rate of fire that oftentimes you won't get to all the targets that you want to. If you're in a really crowded area or whatnot, you won't get to everything you want to shoot at. There'll be 2 or 3 targets, you're already out of ammunition, but you'll be able to remain off the radar and at least off the mini map while you reload. And the MTAR doesn't have a terrible reload. It doesn't seem to have an outstanding one, but it's just one of those things. Not everybody has fantastic headsets, not everybody has great stereo systems, so they may not be able to hear that suppressed weapon, and even if they are a player that pays attention to their minimap, they won't be able to tell you're on it because, again, you had that suppressor. So that's two attachments that I would really consider above all else. And it's just the flash suppressor was the one thing that didn't really benefit me personally. So I thought I was going to be able to get that 2-piece right there. It wasn't the case. But I did tell you guys DICE heard me. I did tell you guys that DICE responded to that video about them failing. And this is that response. They just switched me with that death at the very end of the game. I got MVP. I've got the MCOM attacker ribbon, and they switched me to defense at the end of that game. There it is. There's the MCOM attacker medal. And yeah, I got royally screwed. DICE really hosed me on that one. So yeah, I guess that I learned my lesson, or maybe I need to learn my lesson about talking about dice. But anyway, if you're wondering about that video, guys, that I was talking about and my thoughts behind the weapons and the close quarters DLC, that's the video you'll see on the left. The video you see on the right is a weapon that you will probably see on my channel a good bit in the future, and that is the L86A2. The video on the left, again, I think that's some ACW-R gameplay. And if you're new to the channel, just hit that subscribe button right there in the middle of the screen. I made it really easy for you. Thank you guys again for all your support on these videos. Thank you guys for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.